the noise assets. Yes, I thought I'm going to put this out on Patreon. I've been meaning to do this since last year, but of course, you know, as time just runs so fast, I didn't get a chance until this morning when I thought I needed those assets again. So noise assets, those are literally video noise and audio noise. They're not combined. I've split them up because there's less video noise than there is audio noise. And the video noise is literally what you'd expect, what you get from something along the lines of a VHS tape when that ran out back in the day. You know, those black and white things when there's a kink in the tape, or when the recording has stopped, the control track isn't there and the video recorder's trying to play something back that clearly isn't there. That's kind of video noise, and it's got nice streaks, mainly black and white. There's some colorful stuff at the end as well. And I've got a separate audio feed of that. So that's the audio feed is actually generated by literally me tuning around on my shortwave radio and then editing some bits out. You know, shortwave, you just tune through, and mainly it's static, like, you know, that sort of stuff. But occasionally you get this sound bite, and that gives this really eerie, creepy atmosphere. So the way I envision to use them is that you can either use the video noise with the audio together. You can just use the audio noise, overlay it onto another audio track. The video, same thing, overlay it on other video tracks. You can do that with the multiply, blending mode, or hard light, something along those lines. There's lots of options. The options in some video editors, like in Premiere Pro, are very similar to the ones, or mostly exactly the same as in Photoshop. So you can use the same effects. You can actually use this track in Photoshop as well. Just put it over whatever video you want to distort. And I found it works best if you intercut this with little pieces. So don't have it running all the time. Just cut it in for like 3 or 4 frames and then leave your video untouched for 2 or 3 frames. Even put another track on top of that and then have a lesser version of that distortion going on there. And to round off the package, I've also added some material of stills images. So there's other grabs from the video, and you can use those are PNG images. You can use those in exactly the same way. They don't have transparency, but it'll come in handy to distort your own video assets. So I've done this last year with a trailer I've produced for a friend of mine. I haven't shot the footage, but they were asking me, can I cut it down to something like a 2.5–3 minute affair so that they can use it as a CD release party type thing. And I really like those assets. I always wanted to release them, and today's the day. There we go. They're now available for everyone on Patreon. And I've just created a little animation. I'm trying to make something of a trailer for my 3D Shenanigans live stream on Fridays, and that is the asset that came to mind. So I've made the animation, I've rendered the animation, and it looked all nice, but it was too clean. And I think this is exactly the issue that we're having sometimes these days, that we harken back to the days of when things weren't perfect and they had a certain charm about them when that happened. So there you go. Have fun with those assets. Drop me a link of stuff that you make with them. Commercial use is of course allowed. Have lots of fun and take care.